Hey, you ready? Just to be able to get through 5 today, what was kind of your assessment of just today's outing?
Yeah, I was kind of in that weird pitch count spot. Talked to Doc, told me our bullpen was in a good spot. I think worked out well, obviously, building block for me, and bullpen did a great job and covered the 5 innings. So, yeah, it was a good one.
Stuff-wise, do you feel like you were kind of executing your pitches just kind of the outside of the, 2 home runs?
Yeah, the homer, one bad pitch, Hoppy, and then Taylor hit that ball down the line, and I kind of felt fine about the throw. It just, he's a pretty good hitter with some power, and so things like that happen. But obviously, big, better team at the end. The extra inning rule is kind of interesting, and getting 1 or 2 is the thing, but you get 4, I think it makes it kind of tough.
Before the game, Dave said, important start for you in the postseason picture. How do you approach that? Do you look at this as a positive step then?
Yeah, I think so. I think these past 2 starts, that obviously the line wasn't as good the last time, but starting to get some punch outs and all of that kind of stuff, I think for me is all these little tiny boxes checked, and I feel like myself, and I feel like I can go and throw the ball well, and tonight wasn't my best game ever, but for right now I'm pretty happy about it and confident, and another 4, 5, 6 days, whatever we end up doing, I feel ready to take the ball and feel like I can help us win.
How do you measure progress at this rate?
Performance.
What's made the curveball so effective? Is it just the execution of the pitch? Is it the way you're setting it up? How key has that been these last couple?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of drastically different in terms of strike percentage, and as well as I'm throwing a lot of them, and you kind of get a feel for it at some point. I mean, growing up, I threw fastball, curveball, and learned a cutter kind of down the line, and getting back to that kind of my strengths a little bit, I think has been huge. But at the end of the day, the pitching coaches here got me in my delivery, and now everything kind of feels familiar as opposed to feeling really foreign like it did for a while. And hats off to them and getting me kind of back in that spot.
Balance kind of like building blocks like you mentioned today versus like obviously understanding where you are on the calendar, where you want your performance to be in line for October.
Yeah, I'd love to feel. I would have loved to have felt like this in April. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like, I have a month to kind of go and more so put the finishing touches on how I feel as a major league starter, and hope I can help us win in the playoffs.
With Shohei here, there was a lot of fanfare. What was it like pitching here tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think probably a little more people, more enthusiasm than typical down here. I think they do a great job pulling people down here, but obviously we're an hour away, and I think it's just a little bit different situation. But Shohei playing for us now, I think is really cool. Obviously tonight, intentional walk, and then our other superstar at the homer, and yeah, it's a tough situation to walk a guy that got 700 to get to a guy that got 350. So he's pretty good at baseball too. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.